Hello, I am Pramod Kumar. Uh, Today we will study our subject is accountancy. Chapter is analysis of financial statements. We have broken this chapter into four parts. Three parts we have already covered. This is the fourth part, final part of this chapter. In this chapter we will study trend analysis. We know there are five major tools for analysis of financial statements. They are comparative statements, which we have already discussed. Common size statements, we have already discussed. Trend analysis, we will discuss here. Then ratio analysis and cash flow analysis will be discussed later on. In this part, we will discuss only trend analysis. What is trend analysis? Financial statements may be analyzed by computing trends of series of information. Financial statements may be analyzed by computing trends of series of information. It determines direction. Trend determines direction upwards or downwards or constant. When we do the trend analysis, we come to know whether the trend is upward going, downward going, or it is constant. It remains as the same what it was, right? Upwards, downwards, or constant. And it involves computation of percentage of change. It involves computation of percentage relationship of a particular year's figure with the base year, right? What it does, it computes as percentage of, suppose last year 1920 as a percentage of the base year, say 15-16. If base year was 100, what it is 1920, 2019, 2020, whether it is 100, less than 100, more than 100. If suppose base year is 2015-16, we are talking of 2019-20, right? Obviously base year is 100, and if it is 105 year, the trend is upward going. And suppose it's not 105, it's 97, then the trend is downward sloping. And in third scenario, if it remains, base year is 15-16, our reference year is 1920, we are referring to 1920 with base being 15-16. So obviously 15-16 will be 100. If 1920 figure comes to 105, it is upward going. If 1920 comes to 97, it is downward sloping. If it remains the same as base year, then it is constant, right? So how do we derive that, right? First we have already discussed the relationship of this with the base year. Relationship of this with the base year, this with the base year, in terms of percentage, right? It shows the trend. Now, here we do it over a period of time. Trend analysis is done over a period of time, for a long period of time, generally 5, 7, 10 years, right? Trend analysis is generally done for long time, 5, 7, 10 years. And how it is arrived? How do we arrive at trend percentage? It's very simple. Suppose we are talking of 1920, right? So 1920 will be called present year value. What was present year value? 105. What is the base year value? 100. Into 100 is equal to 105. So in respect to base year, present year value is 105 vis-a-vis base year of 100. Then we had taken another one, 97 upon base year into 100. So it has gone down vis-a-vis base year. And suppose present year value happens to be 100, base year is 100, this is 100. So we get 100, it means the trend is of constant, it doesn't change. So the formula for trend percentage is present year value upon base year value into 100, right? It's as simple as that. Okay. So here also we will do two sums, solve two sums in order to make things clear. Okay. So let's go to the first sum. It says calculate the trend percentages from the following figures of sales, stock and profit of X Limited, taking 2010 as the base year and interpret them, right? So here 1, 2, 3, 4 and we will add 3, 7. We need to have 7 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then let us see what are the particulars. Year, sales, stock, profit. Sales, stock, profit. I have left one each for percentage, right? Here we will take trend percent for sales in respect of sales, trend percent in respect of stock and trend percent in respect of profit. So let us go to figure 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And what are the figures? 2000, 2500, 3000. 2000, 2500, 3000, 4000 and 5000, right? Let's go to 8, 880, 920. 8, 880, 920, 1000, 1200. Okay. Third one is 4, 450, 500. 4, 440. 500, 600, 800, right? Right? Our work is done. So 2000 year 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 sales this much, trend percent we will take out, stock this much, profit this much. So when we do this, initial all will be 100 because that's the first figure, base year. Base year we have already discussed. Calculate the trend percentage from the following figures of sales, stock, profit of X Limited. X Limited is the company, right? X Limited, taking 2010 as the base year and interpret them. So now we need to express all these figures in terms of base year figure considered as 100%. So when 2000 becomes 2500, this 100 becomes 125. And when this 2000 becomes 3000, see, we don't have to see this 3000 in reference to 2500. We have to see this 3000 always with reference to base year. Base year is 2010. So in respect of 2000, it becomes 150. With reference to 2000, this becomes 200. And with reference to 2000, this becomes 250. Right? Then 800 is equal to 100%. So 880 is 110%. 920 is 115%. 1000 is 125%. 1200 is 150%. Right? 400 is equal to 100%. So 440 is 110%. 500 is 125%. 600 is 150%. 800 is 200%. Right? So what we have done, in the question we have got year, in the question we have got sales, absolute numbers, stock absolute numbers, profit absolute numbers. We have also got the name of the company as X Limited. We have also got that year 2010 is the base year. Let us say BY, base year, right? So, a particular item's values over the period of these years need to be put in percentages with reference to the base year. So when 2000 becomes 2500, it becomes from 100% to 125% because 2500 is 125% of 2000. When we go to the next year, it becomes 3000. So this 3000 needs to be considered in respect of base year 2000. So it has become, in lieu of 100, it has become 150%. Same way, if 2000 has become 4000 is 13, so 100% becomes 200%. And same for, similarly for this. So this we have done. Now we need to analyze it. How do we analyze it? We see that continuously there is an increase in sales. Continuously there is an increase in stocks. And continuously there is an increase in profit. But we need to compare something more. When sales have become 125%, a stock has become 110%. It means sales have increased more in comparison to increase in stocks, right? And when we see the trend in profit, the trend in profit is in line with the trend in stock. But trend in stock and trend in profit remain below the increasing trend in sales. It has become 125, whereas the stock and profit have become only 110. Next year we see sales have become, in comparison to base year 2000, they have become 3000, means 150%, right? But a stock trend shows only 115% and profit shows only 125%. So the lowest increasing trend for year 12 is in a stock, which has become 115%, and more than that is profit, which has become 125%, and further more than that is in sales, which has become 150%, right? So same way you need to analyze. Everything has increased but the increase in sales has been phenomenal. From 100 it has become 250. Increase in stocks is from 100 to 150. The lowest increasing trend has been observed in respect of a stock over this period of time, 2010 to 2014. The lowest increasing trend is in a stock, 100 to 150. Higher than that is in profit, 100 to 200. And the highest increasing trend has been observed in sales, which has increased from 100 to 250. So this is the way we need to analyze it. So we will do one more sum. Okay. This is one of the 5 major tools for analysis of financial statements. In earlier videos we have discussed comparative statements and common size statement. 2 we have already discussed. Third one we are discussing in the current video. And we are trying to discuss at least 2 so that your idea becomes clear and you can solve more and more on your own, right? So the next one is from the following data relating to the assets of balance sheet of ABC Limited, right? First we will write the company's name, ABC Limited, and here it is balance sheet. Period ended March 11 and March 14. March 11 to March 14, 4 years. Calculate trend percentages, right? So here we need to calculate trend percentage. 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14. Okay? So here we will do cash, debtors, stock, other current assets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 columns we need, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So we go to the year 10, 11, 11, 12. 10, 11. 1 we will leave in between for trend percentage. 10, 11, 11, 12, sorry, 12, 13, 13, 14, right? And here we will have trend percent, trend percent, trend percent. Okay, and the items are cash, debtors, stock, cash, debtors, stock, other current assets, other current assets, right? Then we have land, building, plant, land, building, plant. These are non-current assets. So we have taken it slightly below. 100, 120, 80, 140. 100, 120, 80, 100, 120, 80, 140. Okay. 2, 250, 325. 2, 250, 325, 400. Then 300, 400, 350, 500. 300, 400, 350, 500. Okay. 50, 75, 50, 75, 125, 150. Okay, 4555 land, 400, 500, then it remains 500, no increase, no decrease. Okay, building 8, 10, 12, 15, 8, 10, 12, 15, and here it is 1, 1, 12, 15. Right? So what do we need to do? First we will total. Quickly. This also we will total. And we will take grand total. So what is that? 650. What is that? 370, 770, 845, 405, 755, 880, 1, 4, 5, 10, 11, 1150, 1190, and here 2200, 2500, 2900, 3500. So this total becomes 2850, 3345, 3780, and 4690. So now what do we need to do? We need to trend percentage, right? So when it is 100, it will remain 100. First year, it was 100 first year and it turned 120. So what will happen? It will become 120. From 100 it becomes 80. So 80%. From 100 it becomes 140. So 140%. Right? 100, 100, 120, 80, 80. Since it is the first year, it will be like this. Okay? Debtors. Debtors 200. It means it is 100%. It is the base year. From 2 to it becomes 250. Means 125. From 2 it becomes 325. 162.50. From 2 it becomes 400. Means 200. Then 300 is equal to 100 and 3 becomes 400, so 133.33. 300 becomes 350, 116.67. 300 becomes 500, 166.67. Right? 50 is equal to 100, 50 becomes 75, 150. 50 becomes 125 means 200 200 is 250. Okay, 50 becomes 125 means 250. 50 becomes 130 is 300. Okay, and same way here they have calculated here 650, 845, 880, 1190. So when 650 is 100, 845 is how much? 145, 195, it should be 130. 650 becomes 880, so 230. So this will be around 135 something. 650 becomes 1190. So maybe 160 or whatever. It will be like that. So this 400 is equal to 100. It becomes 500. So 125. It remains 500. 125. remains 500, so it remains 125. 800 first year is 100, it becomes 1000 125, it becomes 1200 150, it becomes 1500, right? So you can say around 175 or whatever. 1000 first year is 100, it remains 1000, it becomes 1200, so 120, becomes 150 to 150, 1500 to, so what we have done here, right? Base year is 1011, so whatever figure is there in base year, it will be equal to 100. Then when cash becomes 100 to 120, so trend percentage is 120, because 120 current year value, when we are discussing 1112 is the present year value and base year remains 1011. So 120 upon 100, present year value upon base year into 100 is equal to 120 trend percentage, right? And when we are discussing 1213 is the present year value. So 80 divided by base year 100 into 100 is equal to 80. So this way what we see how the trend percentage has changed. In respect of cash, from 100% it has become 120%, increased, then it has declined to 80%, then it has increased to 140%. In respect of debtors, from 100% it has increased to 125, then 162.5, then 200, right? In cash, sometimes it increases, sometimes it goes down, and once again it increases. In respect of debtors, it goes up, and once again it goes up, continuous trend of increase. In respect of stocks, from 100 it goes up to 133, then it goes down 116, then what happens? It goes up. So goes up, down, up. Other current assets, what happens? It goes up, and it goes up. Other current assets continuously the trend is of increase. Land, it has gone up, then it has remained constant, right? In respect of land, it has gone up 125, then it has remained the same, and here also it has remained constant. In respect of building, it has gone up 125, gone up 125, gone up 175. In respect of plant, it has remained constant here, then it has gone up, and then once again it has gone up. So this is the way we need to analyze, right? What we have done, we have seen in respect of cash, it goes up, comes down, goes up. In respect of debtors, goes up, goes up, goes up. In respect of stocks, goes up, comes down, goes up. Other current assets, goes up, goes up, goes up. Trend is only increasing. Land, goes up, remains constant, remains constant. Building, increases, increases, increases. Every year there is an increase in building trend. Constant, increase, increase. So this is the way we need to analyze that how various items of this balance sheet, how they have changed, what is the trend in each single item over the period of this time, whether there is continuous increase, or whether there is some increase, then decrease, then increase, or whether there is continuous decline, or whether there is constant position, no change, neither increase nor decrease, right? So this was about, we can do one thing, we can trend analysis. Financial statement may be analyzed by computing trends of series of informations. It determines direction, upwards, downwards or constant, right? And involves computation of percentage relationships. Involves computation of percentage relationships that each item bears to the same item in the base year. Each item bears to the same item in the base year, right? We learned about behavior of, through this trend analysis, we learned about behavior of same item over a period of time, long period of time. Generally, this is done for long period, 5, 7, 10 years, trend analysis. And it helps the management in taking decisions, whether to continue the same thing or to make changes in their policies, practices, right? So, when figure of base year is taken as 100, we take it as 100, base year everywhere it is 100, right? And if a figure in another year is equal to 100, it means trend is constant. If it is more than base year, then trend is increasing. If it is less than base year 100, trend is declining, right? And trend percentage is taken out as present year value divided by base year value into 100. Simple, right? So I hope you found it easy to understand. In case of any difficulty, you may please approach me on my email ID, which will be there at the thumbnail to the video. Thank you very much.